and a major city yet to be determined in Russia.
And it's embarrassing for me to be up here. You know, I'm going to see Putin. I'm going to Russia on Friday. I don't like being up here talking about how unsafe and how dirty and disgusting this once beautiful capital was. So look, let's just do this. Let's do this. It's going to be a big thing. We're going to Russia. That's going to be a big deal. What happens, happens. I'll let you know what happens. You'll be the first to know.
The Lord wants all his children to partake of the eternal blessings available in his temple. He has directed what each person must do to qualify to enter his holy house. All requirements to enter the temple relate to personal holiness. To assess that readiness, each person who wants to enjoy the blessings of the temple will have 2 interviews. First, with a bishop, bishopric counselor, or branch president. Second, with a stake or mission president or one of his counselors. In those interviews, several questions will be asked. Some of those questions have recently been edited for clarity. I would like to review them for you now. Are you a full tithe payer?
And they shall pay 1/10 of all their interest annually, and this shall be a standing law unto them forever. The Lord clearly directed how tithing should be dispersed, saying, "Bring ye all the tithes into the storehouse," meaning bring the tithes into his restored kingdom, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. He directed that the use of these sacred tithes would be prayerfully considered by a council of the First Presidency, the quorum of the 12 apostles, the presiding bishopric, and by mine own voice unto them, saith the Lord.
In the Lord's commandment to the people of this day, tithing is 1/10 of all their interest annually, which is understood to mean income. The First Presidency has said no one is justified in making any other statement than this. We pay tithing, as the Savior taught, by bringing the tithes into the storehouse. We do this by paying our tithing to our bishop or branch president. We do not pay tithing by contributing to our favorite charities. The contributions we should make to charities come from our own funds, not from the tithes we are commanded to pay to the storehouse of the Lord. The Lord has directed by revelation that the expenditure of his tithes will be directed by his servants, the First Presidency, the Quorum of the 12, and the presiding bishopric.
The mandate given by the First Presidency and the presiding bishopric is to only focus on financial growth. EPA employees are told that the money will be used after the second coming of Jesus Christ or during Armageddon right before he would come again.
For the first time, we have an idea now of how much the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints Big Investment Fund performed over the course of a year.
That fund is called Ensign Peak Advisors, and Fox 13 News investigative reporter Nate Carlisle found the public document showing how many billions of dollars it gained in 2020.
Over the last year, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints has been more forthcoming about how it's investing tithing money. This latest filing with the Securities and Exchange Commission shows that despite the economic downturn of the pandemic, the church's big investment fund made money. This filing with the SEC shows the holdings of Ensign Peak Advisors at the end of 2020. When added all up, it shows the fund gained more than $6 billion in one of the most difficult financial years in American history.
This work is a fraud. Travis Wayne Goodsell. Thomas More's Utopia. Rough morning. For if you suffer your people to be ill-educated, and their manners to be corrupted from their infancy, and then punish them for those crimes to which their first education disposed them, what else is to be concluded from this, but that you first make thieves and then punish them? The Book of Mormon teaches this precept. One of the most famous for Mormons is that of the Zoramites. Zoramites left Zarahemla thinking that they were better than their fellow church members. They went and found a place to live and built a Jewish synagogue and then worshiped the Great Spirit Jesus with a Rameumptum, giving rote prayers. We thank thee, O God, that we are better than our brethren, that thou hast chosen us over them. And after all the buildings were built, the construction workers were then fired. No more work to build. They didn't know that they should have created crappy building projects so that they can maintain employment by having to continually do road maintenance, building maintenance year after year. Stealing the money from the government to get paid. They don't do that in Utah, Travis. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And it's become the new normal here in Utah. So the news reports about it. Oh, we got construction this year. They're fixing the roads that they botched the first time around. On purpose to maintain job security. So they were booted out, deported from Zoram. Punished for what they were made to be. Trump. America has made women's rights not just to vote, but to be treated equally in the 14th Amendment, Section 1. Under the first Trump term, he put in 3 Supreme Court justices. Under Biden, the Supreme Court overthrew 14th Amendment, Section 1, that women have equal rights. Women didn't have rights, not just didn't have the right to vote, which was another amendment in the United States Constitution. So the United States, with the Constitution, made women equal with men and made women count with their vote. And now Trump is punishing you. Under Biden, Roe v. Wade, supporting the 14th Amendment, Section 1, was overthrown. Women no longer have rights over their own bodies. And now, as of last night, the news indicated that the vote of women is next. Women will no longer have the right to vote in elections. Their voice will not be heard. You didn't fight for your rights. under Biden. Biden didn't protect them. So now you lost them. And so the natural course. Well, you don't have any rights, so what good is your vote? Same thing with birthright citizenship. We've already deemed you illegal, therefore, your birthright citizenship is illegal. They made you, and they're punishing you. Blacks, yeah, it's coming. Given the right to vote, made equal as a human, Trump is going to take it all away. They made AI, and now they're punishing you for it. Taking away your right to vote. AI is voting for you. Do you honestly believe all of Trump's hit list voted for him this last election? When AI was first used in voting machines to project the count rather than do a straight count. Unbelievable. Numerous examples of how the election was a fraud. Everybody, Swifties, Beyonce fans, blacks, Hispanics, Islamists, women, LGBTQ, undocumented, voting twice with bamboo ballots, the poor and the homeless, all voted for Trump. The deep state Dems voted for Trump. The deep state Dem press voted for Trump. AI projected it. AI projected it. So speaking of AI and its takeover of mankind to destroy them, Google has 1.8 billion Gmail users worldwide. And the company recently issued, as of this morning, I saw this while I was trying to get the Utopia picture quote for it. I didn't want to go searching through the files. There's no guarantee it's labeled correctly. Recently issued a major warning to all those users about a new wave of threats to cybersecurity, given the advancements in AI. I warn you, I have personal examples to show you on my videos, live. You don't believe. You call it a deep fake AI video. So yeah, 3 weeks ago, they're talking about a cybersecurity attack called indirect prompt injections. Third parties. There's also an attack in regards to, oh my God. To the whole blacklisting of adults, claiming they're wanting to protect children, forcing everybody to age verify. Google already knows your age. They know your whole information. They know your bank accounts. They know your social security number. They know it all. Don't let them fool you. And so now that they're using AI, they know that you are an adult and can access porn. or they know you're a kid and can put up, sorry kid, no porn for you, come back when you're over 18. You'll have to be denied sex ed. And so, yeah, there's also misclassifications by AI that's going on as well, as adults are being told that they can't access it because AI thinks you're a kid. And so, yes, you have to use the modern technology with AI systems in order to prove your identity with ID or selfie. And, YouTube has pulled that stunt on me once in a blue moon, trying to access YouTube, trying to tell me to use some WIII program. I use a computer. It's Windows 10. It's going to be obsolete on the 14th of October when Skynet is activated. So yeah, we're in deep doo-doo, guys. Deep doo-doo. So LGBTQIAPO+. This was yesterday. They gave you rights for marriage, and now they're going to take it away. So what was it called in 2022? The Respect for Marriage, as Congress called it, but it only got passed because the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints' exemption clause was put in, which makes it a disrespect for marriage, which means that anybody can say, I don't agree with this, I don't accept it. I don't respect it. So it's worthless. It was a worthless legislation signed into law that the Democrats made you believe was great and binding, because it's about to disappear and become like the dodo bird. Although with DNA, they can resurrect the dodo bird. Still waiting for them to do that. Still waiting. Still waiting. Ice Age. What a great cartoon series. So, yeah, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, likewise. Brigham Young and his converts made Mormons, or the missionaries made the converts Mormon. Brett Benson came out and said that Brigham Young and his converts, who became missionaries themselves, were lying about the Church of Joseph Smith from Section 84. That's why we're under condemnation for not telling the truth about the Book of Mormon. But also in 1832, in December, just a few more months later, missionaries still are not behaving and telling the truth. And so he then gives the parable of the wheat and tares in Section 86 and says that apostates in the church are the missionaries, 12 apostles, who go around lying about Joseph Smith and the Book of Mormon to destroy it. Joseph Smith's church is not Brigham Young's church. Brigham Young made you with tares to destroy you. This is what I've been warning you guys about. So yes, hilarious. Nelson, be confident the church is false. I'm a fraud. I lied. You're welcome. But there's more to this than just a An awesome, cool meme. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, incorporated by Brigham Young, 6th of February, 1851. Oh my God. Still trying to wake up. 1851. Calling it the State of Deseret for the incorporation. He then, after the United States was sending more and more federal agents to Utah, now that Brigham Young is the governor of the territory of Utah, despite saying it's the State of Deseret, he was planning a coup. And so in April, he then changed it to the territory of Utah for the incorporation of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. So section 115 is a forged document. I could do the authority video for you and shut down this church forever, but you know, AI on YouTube is preventing me from being heard to save your lives. 1887, the Edmunds-Tucker Act dissolved the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints and shut off their tithing scam operation that was being used for slavery of adults and children, and also sex trafficking of adults and children, women and girls. Plus the boys have to be involved with it too, so both sexes. So yeah, this is what the church made you. And it was sad that Mormons were lied to and went around lying to everybody else. We don't practice polygamy. We don't do it. Nope. We practice prostitution. Because the church ceased to exist in 1887. It's gone, dissolved. The incorporation of the church as an official religion, gone, destroyed by the United States of America. Yeah, they didn't tell you that, did they? Now, yes, the repealing of the Edmunds-Tucker Act was when the church had Jesus repent of his racism so that the repealing of that act can be done. Nonetheless, they still didn't incorporate a church. In 1923, Heber J. Grant incorporated a corporation. Not a religion, a corporation. He titled it the Corporation. The corporation was to enslave Mormons who were of Brigham Young's Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. So, it's the corporation of the president of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, which is referring to section 119, where Mormons have to pay tithing to the church. And the president of the church is in charge of the tithing. Heber J. Grant is the president of the non-existent church. And formed the corporation to continue to collect the tithing extortion from Mormons. The corporation of the president of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints that does not exist. There is no incorporation of a religion. It's gone. Was never resurrected. So not only do they not have authority, they also don't have authority. Everything is illegitimate, illegal. criminal. And so they even tell you that you no longer have a voice or a vote in the church like you did under Joseph. The corporation shall have power without any authority or authorization from the members of said church or religious society. Mormons have no say in anything that this church does. And so, recently, if you've been following, you know that both Anderson and Oaks, so far that I've found, claim authority to touch tithing as members of the 12 apostles because of section 120. It says 12 apostles. They said it at the pulpit of conference. It must be true. Don't read it. If you do, interpret it as the 12 apostles. So, for the disposition and properties tithed, verily thus saith the Lord, the time is now come that it shall be disposed of by a council, composed of the first presidency of my church, of the bishop and his council, by my high council, not 12 apostles, and by my own voice unto them, saith the Lord, even so, amen. No 12 apostles. 12 apostles have no authority over tithing. Very plain, pure, and most precious. And yet, Brigham Young set it up this way. Section 119 is purposely put before this, even though it was first in 1844's Doctrine and Covenants of Brigham Young. This was a legitimate document in July 8th, 1838, but he's not referring to section 119. And so Brigham Young, to justify section 119, put in section 120 the year before he died in 1876. To claim that previously made known in the preceding revelation is therefore now to be assumed by Mormons, that is section 119. Which also means, since we're going over this, Brigham Young taking you guys to the valley. 36? Yes. The word and will of the Lord given through Brigham Young at winter quarters of the Camp of Israel, Omaha Nation, west bank of the Missouri River, near Council Bluffs, Iowa. Journal History of the Church. January 14th, 1847. He didn't even do it in Nauvoo. He had fled the country first. Remember, the name of the church is a forged document, section 115. The word and will of the Lord concerning the camp of Israel and their journeyings to the west. He has no authority. Let all the people of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And it was just his Danites of the Vanguard Company who fled first. He wouldn't call for the poor Mormons who were abandoned until the United States took over the land from Mexico and then designated the territory of Utah. Then Brigham Young got pissed and did the Perpetual Immigration Fund for trafficking and slavery with tithing, granting citizenship. And so yeah, all of this is illegal criminal activities intended on punishing Mormons. The United States goes after the whole church, not just the leaders. The Danites, 1838, caused the war. Mormons got punished. They were converted to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints by them and got punished for it. And then George Albert Smith is the next guy who threatens Mormons. Continuing on the corporation of the President of the Church of the Latter-day Saints, Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day. He then added paragraph 5. Upon the winding up and dissolution of this corporation. Even the fraudulent corporation that Heber J. Grant created to steal money from Mormons to enslave them to Jesus with tithing, with all of the criminal activities involved with it, is still, they're planning on abandoning you yet again, just like Brigham did. In the coming day. In the coming day. They made you, and then they destroyed you. Even Albert Pike says this. Constantine created Christianity, and we're going to destroy it and punish them for it. So thus, Brigham Young turns a Christian to punish you for it. If you're going to be that stupid. Islam, Jews, everybody, mass extermination of mankind, theft of money, coups of governments. So, all who identify as Dems, which is the whole list that Trump is after, calling illegal, you're not getting it. It's not about criminal in the sense of the police caught you in the act of a crime and then you're going to court for it. No, you're illegal if you're not the pure white master race. That's what they mean. Don't think that I am just because I have white hair. I have thick, wavy, dark hair. As well as I had the gap in the tooth, the front teeth. Grandpa had to put them together. And every summer I would get sunburned. And then after that, nothing. I'd get a tan. I'd turn dark like a Lamanite. Of literal history of the Book of Mormon. That's because of my DNA from West Africa, from my mom's dad's side of the family, going back to the North Carolina plantation where the plantation owner raped his 14-year-old slave girl and produced me. That's what they did. Nothing I can do about it. I can't kill myself over shame and guilt. That would be stupid. We're all human. Cut it out. Stop the racism, hatred. He never got punished for it because he's the slave owner. But the slave girl and the child had to leave in disgrace. So that's why there was no inheritance passed down through that lineage. No inheritance for you. Get out. I made you and now I'm punishing you. So it was actually the wife who was upset. surprise, your husband cheated on you with the slave girl. Surprise. My blue eyes come from my mom's dad's side of the family, a Danite. He was a convert Danite, not a direct Danite, but still. He was made into the image of the Danites. And they fell for it. So I got my Danite superpowers from them. Also, here in Utah, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, instead of having Utah's desert blossom as a rose from Isaiah, they instead made the desert worse. They stole water. And so, back during the test run of hoax, the test run to destroy you, Mormons. This is not a test this year. This is it. They're going to destroy you. They're going to take the money and run. They're going to laugh at you for being so stupid that you couldn't read your Book of Mormon and understand that we're supposed to be Jewish, not Christian. That you actually believed in spiritual witness feelings? How stupid could you be? Thus, they've judged you to destroy you. Danites, Judges, Hebrew. And so because of this, we suffered a drought in 2020 and 2021. Here we go again. And so Governor Cox, the direct descendant of the Danite that he is stupid. Seriously, there's got to be something mentally retarded with you, you dumbass. I warned you when you put out the survey asking us what we should do. Vegetation. Flood the valley with vegetation. Trees. And instead, here we are in a drought. Again. I parted the waters the first drought for Mormons to pass through on dry ground to go to Zion, and Mormons said, no. We like bondage. And so, what they're doing is Cox hired a drought czar. So that everybody will be thirsty. And he's now telling people we're shutting off water. The news is promoting those who get rid of vegetation and put desert wasteland astroturf. So that we can whitewash the drought. Nobody will ever know. Vegetation! And so the Iraqis know this. We made the Iraqi government and we destroyed them. They're experiencing a massive heat wave, which they know very well will cause a drought and a desertification. A terraforming event. And so they are rushing to plant a whole bunch of trees, vegetation, to prevent it. Iraqis are smarter than Cox. So the homeless, likewise. Trump made the homeless, And now he's deporting them. With his takeover of D.C. with the National Guard, he's planning on doing it state by state now. From sea to shining sea. So he should reach Utah by October 6th. I had a dream of 4 loaves of Egyptian hieroglyph bread. Fear and tremble. And he's using them to get rid of the homeless from D.C. that he himself made, firing all of the federal agents. Doing away with all of the programs, defunding, shutting down departments. And now that they're homeless, get out! You're deported back to the bleep hole country where not even your DNA comes from. This is what's happening. And so every single state in the union are supposed to follow Trump's example. ICE is supposed to deport the homeless. And it's just not getting done. So Trump is now setting the example for DC. And for those of you who are not doing what he asked to get rid of everybody but the pure white master race, he's going to do it for you. Not getting it. Not getting it. He made the homeless and is now punishing them for being homeless. So yes, the homeless that the police are refusing to do anything about because they want Red fired. Oh, you think you're the new boy toy for Sister Homewrecker Mendenhall, huh? And you saw this with Operation Rio Grande, where that was their whole intention, to get rid of the homeless shelter. Lock up the homeless as criminals. That was their whole big plan. That one legislature who spent one night downtown on the camera spying on the homeless. I know exactly what to do. Jesus came to me and told me what to do to solve the problem. Lock them up. They had no intention of rebuilding homeless shelters. That came after Operation Rio Grande failure. That began. And then nobody wanted homeless shelters in their area because it would devalue the home prices. Duh. We want a temple. I made that into a video clip. I hope I remember to put it in this morning. Hilarious. And so, yes, mass chaos and pandemonium will ensue if Utah does not do it before Trump gets here. The enemy shall come as a thief in the night, and shall destroy the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints and scatter Mormons, deporting them to bleep hole countries where they never came from. Joseph Smith warned you. You didn't believe him. You didn't believe him. The church set you up. See, and they get to justify it and say, well, it's Trump who did it. They put him in. It's their plan. Do not be fooled. Taylor Swift is now a stripper. You get people uneducated, and then they do and say something out of naivete, unaware of what they're doing or saying. Taylor is one of those people who became popular as a little girl, and so education doesn't apply to her. You know, like Greta. Nuke the Jews! Nuke the Jews! I'm going to help Islam! Nuke the Jews! Nuke them! God damn, girl. Seriously. Go back to school. Learn about history. And so, wouldn't you know it, Ozempic, I warn you, you don't listen. We have numerous experiences over and over. Anything made by Big Pharma will murder you. Everything. Their chemical drugging will murder you. Just understand that one simple basic fact. You will be murdered by Big Pharma. Psychologist made you mentally retarded. Big Pharma punishes you with death. So, Ozempic. Yep, sure enough. I knew this was going to happen. I tried to warn, you didn't want to listen. It will murder you. Pretty severely, too, apparently. I didn't write down exactly what it is. And they're also... Back in my day, there was a cartoon called Mighty Mouse. Christian homemakers then complained because Mighty Mouse would pop a pill to give himself superpowers. See, with Popeye, just popping a can of spinach gave him superpowers. And so that was okay, because kids don't want to eat spinach. But during the nuclear age of America, with the nuclear families, they invented pills. And so you get lots of TV shows and movies about how pills replace food. The Jetsons, you have a pill, and then you add water, and poof, there's a whole steak dinner. And Tang, the powdered mix for juice and stuff, emerged for space astronauts. Dehydrated food for the space astronauts that then transformed into the shopping stuff. I believe Stanford, aren't your business involving dehydrated food that you just add water and have meals? So yeah, all from the space aliens who gave us the technology. Area 51. That's all it is. It's just cooking recipes, sharing recipes to serve man. Twilight Zone. It's a cookbook. It's a cookbook. Classics over the years. And so Yeah, Big Pharma emerged, first with vitamins, and then other pills, birth control pills, weight loss drugs, and mentally retarded drugs. And thus why Oakes, I tease, because he's got tardive dyskinesia from Big Pharma's drugging. And knowing that his wife, or his mother, was falsely accused of being mentally retarded after the death of her husband, I can see how they would deceive Oakes into thinking that he too has the DNA of mental retardation of his mommy, and tricked him to take the drugs, as he then passes on that mental retardation to Mormons over the pulpit of conference. So that you take drugs. My doctor told me I should be drugged for being raped. Just so sick and wrong. So yes, that's why Mormon Utah women are the highest per capita in the universe for being forced on depression drugs. Which, yes, murders you. Your lifespan decreases swiftly by taking drugs. And yeah, the news still isn't getting it. Democrats still aren't getting it. They keep trying to point out to the audience that Trump is lying because we fact-checked him. He's not lying. One, he's giving orders to make it so. Michael Cohen, his previous fixer, told us this. Trump doesn't lie. He tells you what's on his mind. He always leaks. So the other day when Trump came out and said, I'm going to Russia on Friday, he didn't make a mistake, a little gaffe like Biden. No, he's going to trade Alaska with Russia. Here you go, Putin. We don't need it. It's Democrat owned. How many electoral college votes are there for Alaska? Is it just one? But yes, this is to also rig the 2026 elections and also help in the pursuit of making America Great Britain again. Three votes for Alaska. Plus, there's also some women up there that he doesn't care for. Colored women. Just unbelievable. But also, it's a diversion to get you panicked and talking about that, and then extorting you to decide, what are you going to panic over? My lie or these other actions that I'm doing? You can't do them all. Art of the deal. It's his big plan. He does it all the time. He's doing it now. And the news knows this, but they're playing stupid to their audience. But yes, he leaks. And in his lies, his gaffes, you can find out what's on his mind. You know, like that one morning after I posted about the oranges being again destroyed in Florida. Then Trump came out revealing that he watched my website back then. He said, we're looking into the oranges of the investigation. Hello, Mr. President. Trying to save your life. Church made you and they're gonna murder you. They made you and they're gonna murder you, and you're not listening to me. You keep doing things that are helping this church and is setting you up to be murdered. Dear God. And so, yeah. In finality, Deseret is code for the kingdom. So when Brigham Young called it the state of Deseret, that's the decoding. It's the kingdom. So in order to get the kingdom of Deseret, he has another coding that he used previously, Adam on Diamond. That is the coup plot to get the kingdom. It was already the secret headquarters, but in 1838 we had the Mormon War of the Danites that framed and blamed Mormons and even Joseph Smith. And so the Adam on Diamond plot is the coding for how they're going to get the kingdom of Deseret back. So just like Japanese, they had the money printed for their invasion of California. 1949, Jim Belushi. The all-star cast. With porn in the beginning. See, if you're gonna go swimming in the buff, you expect to be captured by the enemy. Hilarious. Hilarious. And so, yes, Brigham Young also had his state of Deseret coins, all illegal. It was the territory of Utah. He knew that. He knew that. He knew that. In fact, what is the date on that coin? Yeah, 1849. He knew. He's not. He knew. Oh, dear God, guys, we're all gonna die. All you had to do was listen. All you had to do was listen.